Hey, so I'm Ryan from Noodle Cake, and I'm here showing off an early version of Stick Golf 3. So, I mean, a lot of people obviously know what Stick Golf is, or Super Stickman Golf. Not going to get too in-depth with everything, I just kind of wanted to show off some of the new features that we're working on. Obviously, from this homepage right now, people are probably noticing a little cards button and a little leagues button. One of the big new additions that we have in the game is a card system. I'm not going to get too in-depth into the cards right now, but basically in replace of the gumball machine that we had in Stick Golf 2, we're going to be doing a card system where you get card packs for completing levels and that sort of thing, and everything in the game is tied to cards. So you can power up your different balls with new cards and things like that. A lot of this is still placeholder art and things, so this is just here just for the showcase, so we can kind of get a better idea of what it is. There's different new characters.
Everyone wants to go golfing in a hazmat suit.
Exactly, right? Or as a police officer.
Yeah.
There's some rare cards you can see here at the bottom with the gold trim on them, so some cards have more rarities and that sort of thing. A lot of this, again, this system is subject to change because this is alpha, but the basic idea is as you play, you'll be using cards to help make your character better and stronger and that sort of thing, and you'll get your experience points and everything through the cards. There's also a leagues button here. I can't really show too much on the leagues, but what I can say is that it's going to be designed for the really hardcore players who want to do some multiplayer with their friends in a more in-depth way, so getting a bunch of friends together to do like a tournament style, having a hosted thing that maybe we'll be running, some leagues that people can join, and really push that competitive online nature of the game, which is what's really made Stick Golf so popular. So that's kind of some of the newer features there. I'm just going to jump into one of the bigger new mechanics of the game, which is a new spin mechanic, which is something that people have been requesting for a while. So I'm going to jump right into spin land here because this is how we kind of showcase how the spin works. So traditionally in the game, how it would always work is after you shot the ball, you kind of sit and wait to watch it do its thing. Now you actually have a little bit of extra control on the ball, which really changes the way people play and allows players to be a little bit more interactive with it. So what I'm going to do here is when I shoot it and hit the green, I'm actually going to spin the ball backwards towards the hole and try and roll it in. So I'm going to spin it down here as a gauge. I'm going to go full spin. Oh, I went a little too hard there.
Oh, so close.
But as you can see, what happened there was I was able to roll towards the hole. And so what's really going to start happening is players are going to open up new and exciting ways to complete these holes in ways we probably won't even realize until they do it, because there's so many different ways you can play with the angles before. Oh geez, that was a bad shot.
Oh no.
So we're gonna go a little bit harder next time, this one here, and try and see if I can manipulate the ball as it lands. Oh, I want to go back towards the hole, and there you go.
Nice.
So that's how you can spin it earlier in the hole too. So for example, this shot, you can get really creative with the angles. So if you understand how spin works, I can bank it off the wall and actually make an angled shot in a way where there's an angle not necessarily there. So watch, I pull it, and spin it back, and I kick it towards the hole.
Oh, clever.
So we're really excited to see the way players are going to be able to open up new possibilities on all the courses. We're going to be really integrating a really in-depth replay system for players to share what they're doing. Again, this isn't implemented yet in any way that I can show, but one of the best parts about Stick Golf is really showcasing some of the crazy shots we've made. So we're pretty confident that with the new spin mechanic, players are going to do some pretty crazy stuff. And we're excited about some of the new art design. We've got some new courses that look really good. Some really clever layouts, like this one you're golfing up in the treetops and that sort of thing.
Cool.
And I'll show off one of the quick power-ups too if you want.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So I've got one unlocked here. It's called the anti-gravity ball. We have some new ones coming. I'm not going to show all of them off yet, but what this one does is just that. It changes the gravity for you. So as I shoot, say I want to go up across, I can press the button and just pull it up a little bit more, because maybe my shot wasn't good enough. Like here, I'll drop it. Oh, let's go up a little bit higher. There we go. So I can roll it towards the hole.
Hey, perfect.
And get it in. So there's going to be some pretty, some pretty cool new power-ups that we're working on as well. So all that again is going to be tied to the card unlock system and everything. So once we can show a little bit more with that, I'll be, I'm sure I'll be sending you guys some videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
To check out, so.
We will lap them up. So
Yeah.
when is it launching and on what platforms?
It's going to be iOS and Android, and probably, I don't know if we're going to launch on the Mac App Store, but we're going to have a desktop version as well.
Cool.
We're hoping to launch within 3 to 5 months. That's rough deadlines, though. I mean, realistic timelines, I would say more in the 4 to 5 month range. But you know, we're going to start really letting people know when to expect the game. So you know, we've been a little bit tight-lipped about it for the past year, so that's going to stop now over the next few months.
Unzipping.
So we're unzipping. So there's going to be more and more news as the game gets closer to beta stage. So we're going to be looking for beta testers and that sort of thing. So we're coming along, and we're excited for how it's going to be. And like the old game, we're going to have some cool cross-platform, you know, iOS, Android players will be able to play against each other. So there's a lot of great stuff we're going to be doing with Sick All 3. So we hope everybody's, you know, going to get good and excited for it.